time.
Why is it past that time already, man?
Because I'm reading crappy shit on the internet.
Porn?
I wish.
Hey, man. It's a day that ends in day.
Yeah, a good point. Alrighty, let's do this thing. Quiet on the set.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. And this is Lunch, coming to you live from Deltona, Florida. Here are the dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another glorious edition of
Glorious.
Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the Shroud of the Avatar nude so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours. Because it's Taco Tuesday.
That's right. Taco Tuesday.
You got any tacos?
Otherwise known as Two for Tuesday. Not right now, but I'll have some for dinner tonight. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Nom, nom, nom.
I might. I got
Lovely
a date
tacos.
night tonight, so maybe I'll have some taco tonight.
Oh, take your date out to Chewy's? Are you going to make her
No.
cook tacos at home for you?
Nope.
Oh, you're going to have those kind of tacos. Never mind.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Shut up, Laz. Yeah. I don't know nothing. I just work here.
Yeah.
That's a little slow on a Tuesday.
Yeah, it's like, did you just wake up or something?
Yes, I did. I absolutely did. Yeah. Patty, I love your post. Love your post.
Which one? The what happens in the hot tub?
What happens in the hot tub stays in the hot tub. That's right.
It's like the most glorious meme created related to hot tubs. You remember that one where the girl's like gets in, then everybody jumps out?
Something like that.
Yeah, that one wasn't real, by the way. But for some reason, hot tubs do occasionally cause something similar to happen.
We're not going to worry about that.
Nope.
We're not going to worry about that, but it is Two for Tuesday, so don't forget to bundle up, exclamation bundle me. Don't forget to raffle up, exclamation I love free shit. Bundles and raffles are open on both streams.
That
To
is
double
correct.
your winning chances here on NBNN.
Yes.
So,
Oh
as we
man.
were getting ready to wrap up yesterday, Jack, you were about to segue right into a topic that we talk about quite a bit around here. And of course, this topic rears its ugly head once again because people just
Be-
are
bec-
unhappy and people have questions.
because expectations are that these things work.
Well, this person wasn't sure, so they asked about it, and Cara Bray, of course, she's been around a while, and
Yes.
but I I I I guess I'll hold the commentary because I have to laugh at some of this stuff, nonetheless, and of course, certain answers are just people who just don't know what the hell they're talking about as well. But we'll clarify things for them here momentarily.
Yes,
So.
but Kara starts off with, "I haven't actively been playing Soda for a few years now, but I still log in once in a while to visit my old homestead, and I look at the online map every now and then to refresh my memory of where the towns are and what their names are. Is the map still accurate?" The map she's talking about is the shroudedtheavatar.com/map, and she included a link to it. To be very, very specific,
Very specific.
Scanfer's like, "Nope, well out of date." Hi, Kara.
Oh, you
Um,
gotta finish what she's got to say
oh. If
because
so, what about the tooltips showing the number of lots and free lots? Are they up to date? I look at I took a look at Owl's Head today and saw that 100% of the lots were taken. Is Owl's Head really still a thing?
yeah,
I
yeah.
never understood the fascination or the obsession with that town. It's a very in the very early pre-alpha stage. It was the understandable because of the hidden veil. It was the only landmass available to play on, but I never liked the layout of Owl's Head. Uh, da, da, da. Um, it was such a pain in the neck to walk so far to get to the bank, shops, etc., and it never had an oracle. Are lots still their premium property, and if so, why?
Well, yes, they're all premium property
Yes and no.
because it was a founding
Yeah.
property, but probably mostly because that's the home of Laz and Jack and NBNN News, where you can
NBNN studios are located.
come visit 5 days a week for the latest news and entertainment going on in the game right here in Owl's Head.
Yes.
Yeah. I would say that's the main reason
Yes.
why Owl's Head's still as hot as it is.
Yeah, no. It's one where people just hi there, Lily.
Lily.
Yes,
Yeah,
Lily.
apparently she hasn't zoned into Owl's Head in quite some time and knows that you can zone
Yeah.
into the town crier, which is smack in the center of town, so you don't have to walk as far anymore. You can just teleport to the town crier and be right by the bank, right by the train. Excuse me, by the trainers, right by the merchants, right smack in the middle of all the goodness that Owl's Head has to offer. But of course,
Yes.
yes, it was just one of those hot areas that will always be hot, almost like the Brit Bank and Ultima Online. Just it's the place to be. And even CC opened up a shop here again.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Open the shop. Open the shop.
But moving on, though.
It is, however, still valuable for those scenes that in-game have lost their map, and some things
Well,
are
I
still
was going to
functional.
go to scan for first, which is nope. It's
I
well out
already
of
said,
date.
already
I
there.
know that, but you jumped to that before you did that, and I have to explain that it is not well out of date. You're a liar. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. That's what I had to say about that. Anyway, however,
Oh man, hold on. He's not lying. He's just doesn't know what he's speaking about
well, yeah,
intentionally.
it's not well out of date.
And
It's updated every single day at midnight. So
well, Are the new POTs included in it?
We're talking about Owl's Head.
No. I'm talking about the
We're
map
not. We're not.
itself.
We're not. We're
Are
not
the new
talking about. We're not talking about POTs. We're talking about Owl's Head, right?
so no,
Questions
we're
about
talking about the
Owl's
map.
Head, right there in
The generalized, is the map still accurate is the real question.
questions about Owl's Head. Yes.
No. Followed by
Anyway,
she was in game looking at Owl's Head. But
yes.
so the question is the overworld map accurate?
Where does she
on
mention
Shroud
the
of the-
overworld map anywhere in her post?
Is the map still accurate? World map. Here's the fucking link to it.
Tooltips and number
Is
of
that
free
map
lots.
accurate?
Yes, I know she plays, but she's asking about Owl's Head in particularly.
No.
But for everything that's,
she
I agree with you that the new POTs aren't there. I agree with you that the new landmass isn't there. I agree with all that. But for this topic,
but for
she
scan
specifically
scan 4 is answering the question, is the map still accurate? And saying no, it's out of date.
But her question is pertinent to Owl's Head. Number of lots available, all that good stuff. Number of lots and free lots, are they up to date?
If Scan4 is answering the question, is the map still accurate? He is correct. It is still out. It is well out of date.
If he's just answering that question.
If he's answering whether or not the lot contents inside of Owl's Head, then the answer is you are correct in that it is updated daily with those contents.
That's my point.
But she is not
right
only
along.
asking about Owl's Head.
It is, however,
still valuable for those scenes that in-game have lost their map. And some things are still functional. E.g., when I claimed a lot in U, my name was on the obsolete map within an hour.
Updates every night.
Yes.
The content that's there.
Yes, I checked
Fucking
a few times
Donnie
the other day,
Brasco
and the lot data was well off. Hello there, Donnie.
Hello.
And Conjurer's like, probably because I'm logged into the forum and the map when I have the game running so I can update my status. Edit. Yes, updated again. I claimed a lot in East March for testing, and the map promptly updated less than an hour later. The online map still updates ownership info for lots that already existed when it stopped getting new ones as the oldest ones in the game. Owl's Head should be accurate. Oh, that makes sense. So it's only updating for maps that existed.
All the existing content on the maps, yes.
Prior to 3 years ago.
Now, of course, you can't update a map when you're not making maps for the new towns that come into the game, so it's pretty hard to do that.
Or the scenes,
that's my point. You can't update a map with new maps when you don't add new maps. That was part of my point there. Statler and Wilder. Yeah. You're funny, Stymie. You're funny. But yes, that's why you all watch, ain't it? Yes, and of course, Scan4 goes, oh, yeah, and he realizes that that makes sense and that he was totally wrong in his answer. But anyway.
It's half-ass working.
Well, they took out a comment that was there. Let me see if I can't find that comment real quick in my mail, because apparently they don't like people telling the truth out in the forums here. What's the topic again? Owl's Head? Let me just type in Owl's Head for my search.
What are you trying to do?
They deleted a post out of here.
Oh.
And I wanted to see if I can't I wanted to see if there was I could find it in my email.
I want to create a forum post called "Where's Chris?"
Yeah, that'll get deleted. But
Why?
because
Why?
why,
Why
why
would that
why
be?
because the comment "working as intended" got taken out because they can't handle the truth. Because there was the comment "working as intended" at the end of this post. I believe it was from our good buddy Crafty.
Uh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
for
yeah.
the maps? Yeah.
Yeah. So, people just can't seem to handle the truth that Crafty speaks the truth and says, oh, yeah, well, so working as intended, which is exactly what it is. He wasn't lying when he said that, but apparently somebody took objection to Crafty's comments and deleted it from said forum posts because,
Yeah.
actually, let me see that. Let me see if I didn't do it that way. Crafty. Let me see if I can find him. There we go, crafty method. Let me see if it actually shows up in his postings or whether they get hidden that way too. Yeah, that gets hidden too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That gets hidden that way too. But I had a look just to check for giggles and grins,
Hey,
But
I think asking "Where's Chris?" because he hasn't been around in a very long time is actually a valid question. He
well, then
owns
post it.
the property.
Post it. Post it. I'm not telling you not
I
to. I'm
mean,
just telling you most likely to not. It'll probably go missing.
it'll get deleted.
Yeah.
Hey Jack, the truth is Chris don't give a fuck no more.
Oh, I'm aware of that. Although he does occasionally like the Facebook posts in the Shroud of the Avatar fan page because the official
Occasionally.
page never got used. Yeah.
Yeah, well, hardly anything official is official for them because somebody else owns a lot of their official stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like the Discord.
Yep.
But anyway, moving right along. Let's talk about next topic.
Hey, Alley Oop updated that forum post where I said that should be a bug report about the option to prevent movement while casting.
Oh, I did not realize that you commented on that.
Oh yeah. The response is fucking hilarious.
Oh, hold on. Let's get this back up here then. Relegate. Where is it? There it is.
I posted a link to it.
I got it. I got it. Let's bring this up real quick. Okay, so sick and tired of canceling, and then there you go. So you put in should be a bug report. The option to prevent movement while casting doesn't work for all skills, and I'll let you pick it up from there.
Yeah, and Cora's like, I think the OP wants the opposite: the ability to keep moving and jumping while casting or drinking potions. Specifically, we don't want jumping to cancel casting or consuming unless it's something that is not allowed to be done while moving, like summoning a pet. Alley-oop. The prevent movement while casting option only applies to skills that are interrupted if you move during casting, which is a small subset of skills, mostly magic, I think. There's no need to prevent movement while casting for skills which movement has no negative effect.
Yeah, well.
Shit fucking design.
Prevent movement while casting should be self-freaking-explanatory. Prevent movement while casting, right?
In So Laz, if I sit there and like I spam skills and I'm just running around, right?
As you were doing yesterday,
And
which you're gonna.
as I'm doing yesterday, until I get to Earthquake. Earthquake is the only one in my deck that. Oh wait, I that stops me. Fireball doesn't, but Earthquake does.
And
so it's
your feet continue to move while you're doing Earthquake. If you notice, it's like you stop and you run in place, which isn't actually stopping your movement, but it stops your movement, even though your feet's still running like you're actually doing something, which is funny. Looks like
and the idea that like in cancel if you're fast enough, like any skill that you're trying to cast and jump at the same time, yes, it cancels all of that. So yes, there's a couple of different things there that like you would have to like bug report.
So what is it that I see you doing? Looks like an ice spell that while you're jumping, it looked like was actually working.
Well, it all depends on like how fast I can get the jump off.
Yeah. So what were those? That's the fist, ice fist, and stone fist.
Spells.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I was curious about.
So some of them are, I can cancel occasional ones, but not very frequently.
It looks like when you're in midair, you're actually casting them, which is even funnier.
Yeah. But like the fist spells are like the only ones that may or may not be able to be canceled. But like I could cancel healing touch, all kinds of shit. But I mean, it's like, yes, jumping and casting should not cancel a fucking spell when you can move, because moving while casting is going to be not just fucking X, Y, it's also Z. So why is a Z change?
I agree with you. It's also a Z. Yeah. I absolutely agree with you on that one. But let's jump over to feature. No, not that one. We're going to save that one. We're going to do the wish list. Because the other one, we're going to jump over that one because we'll save that one for the butt of the hour, because I think that one's going to take a little bit more time. Let's do the wish list requests. Because there's some interesting information here.
Secret doors for player dungeons. I apologize if this has been brought up before. I looked through the last 8 pages of the form and didn't see anything. I built out a dungeon.
A great dungeon.
In
his opinion.
And what would make it perfect is the ability to put secret hidden door where the blue hammers show up on a room. Hallway object like transition or piece or something. I'm sure it has been asked for, and there's probably an exploit or another reason why it's not in, but it doesn't hurt to ask.
Yes. Now, before we move on in this topic, we spoke about the request earlier in the week. Was it last week, about the putting in windows and doors in houses? But we're able to do it in dungeons because dungeons have a specific feature in them which allows you to build out your own. So if we can do that with dungeons, I'm curious why we couldn't do that with houses and build out our own houses. But that's just a thought on this one. But moving right along.
Some player dungeon rooms have secret doors or walls that can be broken through. We also need doors with keys that can be unlocked by talking to a conversationalist to receive a key. Actually, variable settings. Then allow doors to be opened.
I like that one, Jackal.
What about remote switches for doors as well?
Well, that would be hidden switches that there was talk of the teleporters that they wanted to put in, that you would have 2 teleporters that you could join. You could put one on one side of a wall, one on the other side of a wall. That we
Shroud of the dungeon.
Never saw. And of course,
Yes.
now, when Jackal says that there are some dungeon rooms that have secret doors and walls that can be broken into, I assumed, you know what happens when you assume, that he was talking about the in-game dungeons that you go through, not the dungeons that we make. But apparently, I was wrong in that assumption.
Hmm. Okay. Could you point out which dungeon rooms have these secret doors or breakable walls? I've built several dungeons and I've never had a room with that feature. Stone Dungeon Room, Undead Ravensmoor. Regular doors would be nice too. And a craftable foyer that matches the other craftable pieces.
Yes.
So
So,
one room has secrets.
well, that's my question. Does anybody have the Stone Dungeon Room Undead Ravensmoor out there that we could either borrow or has it placed and show us where such a secret door is out there in the audience? If so, please
Yeah.
shout out to where we can find this, because I would like
We
to
might
see
have to
this.
take a trip.
Yeah, I
We
would
might
like
have
to
to
see
take a
this
trip.
secret door in a player dungeon. And of course, then I'm going to have to get my hands on said room in order to play with this myself.
Is that the basement of the house?
Now, this is a dungeon, Stone Dungeon Room, Undead Ravensmoor. I don't know of any basements that have secret doors. I know, actually, well, that's not actually true. It's Arena Basement has a couple secret doors,
Hey man,
which aren't
you
actually
know what? You know
doors.
what
It's
I?
just
You
a
know what I just
transparent.
did?
What did you
I
just
just
did?
asked in the universe.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I the 24 people that I have online, but Ravelox is one of them. Ooh,
Oh, really? Ravlox is in game?
yeah. Let's see, where is he hiding at? Ravelox.
Yeah, he's
What?
hidden. You need to Findro him.
I did. He said he's on Earth, so he
He's
might be logging in.
he's on Earth, huh?
Yeah, so he must be logging in currently. And imagine that. I asked a question in universe chat. No answer.
No answer.
No. Shroud, so much potential according to Bridge Troll. Yes. That is what we got.
Where's my elephant?
I know. Come on, universe. Come on. I know there's at least 5 of you that are online.
And no one in our audience has this, huh?
Nope.
I was gonna say, Bridge Troll finally chimes in. I have one, but I don't know where. Well, how many lots do you have to have dungeons on them, Bridge Troll? Or you saying you just have a room and you just don't know where the room is? All right. Well, if you can, Mom says my dungeons are full of crops and whiskey kegs. I believe that. Bridge Troll, if you could locate that room, if it's not in use, and let me borrow it, I'd appreciate it. I can just drop it in my dungeon next door, and so we can go take a look at it. For tomorrow's show, that would be cool. I'd appreciate it.
Oh, and Bridge Troll's like, that room was broken.
Yeah, like a lot of other things.
So much potential. So much potential.
Is there? What? I don't get what Dwip's saying.
Okay. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe he'll clip it for us so I can get a laugh out of it.
Ain is Jax. Filler.
He did. Oh, okay. Where is the clip?
I thought my favorite filler was
Fuck.
cream. Fuck. Yeah, fuck. It is a
It is a mess. It is a jumble fuck. I don't think that's filler though.
Okay, so where are we going to now? Because we need to
Where we're going now is we're going to the Moobot.
pull.
We're gonna go pull something.
And pulling two of them.
Yes, two. Let's not forget two.
Yeah, Patosh and Lomir today. I'm
I've
sorry,
got
Stymie. That would have been a nice trade for you, but
Ridge Troll and Potash. Congratulations.
oh man, Patosh is getting 2 streamer bundles. Then Lomir's getting the other.
Hey, where's Lomir today? Lomir, why aren't you on the lot today? Are you out mining?
He's doing some weird things. He's in the bathroom mining for gold. Okay, bundles reopen on both streams. So exclamation mark bundle me to get in for your chance to possibly win something in a streamer bundle. Or exclamation mark I love free shit to get in for Steam Key. So where are we going for next?
Next, we're gonna go to
Shroud Math, or are we going somewhere else?
which Shroud Math you talking about?
Combat?
I didn't really. Oh no, we'll save that. That's just
Okay.
that's filler. Let's go to the one that we had queued up. Feature block deco, because this one's going to take us a few minutes, and
Okay.
I again, I've got to laugh. Yeah, because maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't be playing this game.
All right. Jackal just had a player fail to load a pot scene due to the player's limited PC hardware and eventually crash. They have made similar attempts previously with similar results.
Or maybe they're
Can we
banned
get
from that said place, and he's not telling you that he was an asshole to somebody.
maybe? Can we get the ability by right-clicking on deco items to block deco from loading according to the video, one of the video settings, possibly the fastest video setting or even a new video setting, by allowing us to choose which deco loads on our lots? We can reduce the loading time for these players when they visit our lots to join in our events and get access to our dungeons, basements, vendors, conversationalists. Those players would get increased performance and possibly aid in player retention since they would have better system performance. I know many players wouldn't use this ability when placing deco, but some would, to allow friends, guildmates, etc. to gain access to areas they would otherwise avoid.
So before we get into the more finer points of this post, does your friend's PC meet the minimum requirements to play the game? If not, then no. There are minimum requirements for. Yeah, well, that's what I was. Yeah, that's my big point. Is he just needs to buy a new scroll there, Stymie.
Well,
Or make a couple key upgrades, like a SSD drive, which are dirt cheap. A little bit more RAM, pretty dirt cheap these days, depending on
LODs, LODs.
Well, again, is he already says that his Player has limited PC hardware, so we know his PC
Yeah.
is already lacking. So LODs wouldn't really help if the PC is still lacking, in my
Hey, man.
opinion.
One of my laptops actually used to play the game. Now it doesn't.
Silhenia says, I've said it for years. I wish this game could run on a potato. That would help bring in new people. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, this game does not have high enough end graphics to warrant the shit performance that we actually deal with in game.
Applesauce Fan says they would have better player retention if it wasn't for all the old players preying on the new players, especially on vendors. Well, that's why we have price guides, Applesauce Pants. If you don't like the price, go look at one of the price guides that are out there.
Are you talking about like a guy that buys Kodos at like 60 gold per or something like that?
That's what they're worth to me. It's 50. It's 50.
Sorry. Conjure Dragon's like, there are already options to lower the details for weaker PCs. Under video, I have disable weather on low performance, and there are also general options regarding deco too. Cold deco, interior decorations, and aggressive decoration loading, and the slider for interior deco cold distance. So you only have full deco at a closer distance. Allowing a set... Well, he forgot shadows.
Yeah. Well, again, he probably didn't go through all of them.
Yeah. Allowing a set to rule on every deco item would multiply the data that would need to be stored for every single item for every single player, and singling out and hiding one deco item in even a handful wouldn't change enough to allow a weak PC to keep up. Especially if you hide that one bit item from one PC and it's visible for another PC with a slightly different video setting. It's like, eh.
Yeah, so real quick. So Applesauce Pants, you say new players don't know any of this. Of course, we were all new players at once. And of course, when did you ever play a video game where you were a new player and you knew all this stuff and you didn't get taken advantage of or feel cheated after making a deal after your first couple weeks in a new game until you realized, and shopped around and found out that there were better prices?
Load up Star Citizen.
Yeah,
Go load up Star Citizen.
Yeah.
And try the fucking commands there.
Well, I'm just talking any video game there is. I mean, there isn't a video game out there where you have this kind of commerce going on, which is commerce between players, where players won't try and get the best price. But of course, you don't know any better as a new player until you've taken a trip around the block. Same thing comes even if you're shopping on Amazon. Do you buy the first thing you see on Amazon because it's shiny and new? If you do so without shopping around and looking for a better price to begin with, then, buyer beware. That's the buyer's fault for not shopping around. Now, that's all I got to say on that. But if you really want to know how to make gold, I know a guy who sells a book of how to make thousands in gold daily. You can find them at any one of my vendors throughout the world.
Yeah.
And you can recoup some of that money.
Yep.
So Jackal comes back with, oops.
True, there are other options, but it's obviously not enough. This would allow another ability to improve performance on lower end systems. No, it wouldn't. Adding a Boolean flag on an item shouldn't be that significant in the amount of data and the number of deco items that could be filtered out, not loaded by this new ability, could potentially be massive in some cases for lower end systems. LODs would be much better, dude. Fixing all the LOD problems.
Well, again,
but that would take a graphic artist to be on the staff.
Does said PC meet minimum requirements first off? He keeps just referring to a lower end system. When you say lower end, lower end meaning minimum requirements, or lower end meaning does not even meet minimum requirements, is a big question in this.
And what are the minimum requirements? Can you even remember those?
I can pull them up really quick.
Yes.
Let's pull up the minimum requirements.
And since this shit was posted like 10 years ago.
What is it, under the FAQ? Yeah, minimum
Well,
system requirements. There it is. Under the frequently asked questions. Windows 7, 64, not even 32, 64 minimum. Quad core, 2.4 gigahertz or faster. 12 gigs of RAM minimum. 12 gigs of RAM minimum.
Sorry, what game is that for?
This
Shroud of the
game.
Avatar.
Oh.
So lads, you know why a 64-bit OS is required?
Because I don't know.
Because he wouldn't be able to support more than 4 gigs of RAM.
That's not true. You can support 8 gigs on a 32-bit, can't you?
I think it's only 4 gigs that a 32-bit operating system would support.
Really?
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that. I thought you can go. I thought the 32-bit only limited the your hard drive space and only saw two terabytes or whatever was the biggest factor on hard drive space. Tina can probably correct us on that though.
All 32-bit operating systems have a 4 gigabyte RAM limit.
Yes. Okay. Well, then that makes sense. But when was the last time that you saw a game that required 12 gigabytes of RAM minimum? Let me ask you that question. Minimum.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Most of them are 8 gig. Yeah. Anyway, DirectX 11 compatible NVIDIA 960 or AMD 560 or equivalent dedicated GPU, so not onboard. Broadband connection, not required for offline mode, which is not quite true either.
Hey, 30 gigabytes of available disk space.
And 30 gigs of space, yeah, which I think it's more than that. And of course, the recommended is quad core, which is the same as 2.8 gigahertz or faster, 16 gigs of RAM, and a solid state drive, which Now, of course, we know the solid state drive would make a considerable difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually can be run on an 8 gig machine, applesauce fans. I've actually done that. Didn't see much difference. Of course, I used to have a Titan X in my machine here, a $1,200 video card that ran like shit compared to my $275 video card that I've got in here now that runs not quite like shit, but it runs better than the $1,200 video card. That's all Jack's fault. And when I first met Jack, I was like, who's going to spend $500 on a video card? Then I went out and spent $1,200 on one.
Well, that's because I had the $500 video card, and you had to try to one-up me.
Well, because I couldn't jump in game. If you remember, that was where the Laz can't jump joke came from. Is my latency was so freaking bad, it was hysterical. But
yes,
and yes, then I wound up buying the 1660, which was 1/4 of the price and worked even better than the $1,200 card. But anyway, let's get back to this.
I wish I had the money to buy a new video card. I could use one.
Well, if you stop selling them on eBay, you would have one.
I don't sell them. Well, the only one I'm trying to sell on eBay is one I have, but that's a little more powerful than what I could have.
What?
Yeah, well,
You had a killer video card in your hands that you bought and you sold it on eBay, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah,
but like that one was I don't know if my system could have handled that. That was a little powerful.
Well, then you buy a new power supply.
I think it's funny that they're saying a GTX 1070 or higher for the video card.
Well,
Yeah, it would-
Or 960 or higher.
960 or AMD 560. You got to understand
Yeah.
this FAC is 10 years old now. So,
Well, yeah, but the 960 was a top of the line video card 10 years ago.
well,
Yeah,
compared to a
The
GTX
980 was good,
1070,
yeah.
the
Was fine.
1070 was the high end.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah,
think
see, you know,
Yeah.
I don't understand why the 960 wasn't a GeForce. Is there a difference? I thought they were all GeForce.
well, in NVIDIA, all of them are GeForce.
That's what I'm saying. The NVIDIA 960 and the NVIDIA GeForce GTX, which is a TX, not even an RX.
Well, the RX are only like 4 years old, dude.
Well, again, this is a 10-year-old. Yeah,
I know, but like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I only have a GTX 770.
and of course, I
yeah,
got to laugh because they give you minimum for Mac OSs, and everybody knows you shouldn't be playing video games on a fucking Mac. I mean,
hey man, you just need more Mac gamers.
yeah.
That way they can load up like Breakout and Super
Well,
Breakout.
most of the Mac gamers are emulating Windows to play.
Yeah, the funny part is like Steam Deck, which also plays the game. If we look at the tech specs on a Steam Deck, oh, it's got 16 gigs of RAM. Okay, so it definitely meets all the minimum specs. Okay.
Yeah, they pack quite a bit of good hardware into those Steam Decks, but yeah, I just don't think playing on a screen this big is really worth
Yeah. Traveling around and you want to play games.
Yeah, well, that's what a laptop's for.
Yeah. RTX didn't start until the 2000 series, yes. Yes, but I'm going to skip the rest of Jackal's stuff because his request is, I think, absolutely silly.
Oh no,
And read Devil Cults.
that's why we're here, is to.
What's wrong with being silly?
I don't think
Exactly.
did we finish up a Conjure Dragon?
Yes, we did.
I don't think we did. I think you finished up with the jackals on the Boolean and all that stuff, but I don't think you did Conjure Dragon.
We're going straight to Devil Cult.
I don't want to go straight to Devil Code. I got 15 minutes to fill here. Come on now, jeez.
Dude, we've got like 5 other topics up.
Yeah, and I have another whole day to fill tomorrow.
Just one. I'm sure someone's going to post something silly on the forum.
I don't post all these so that you can run through them in a day. Sometimes I post them so that we can stretch them out. You got to understand that. I know you're not doing all the work, but you just read the stuff. But
I'm doing all the work, doing all the heavy lifting. Yeah. When you write a single item, then you mean just one item, a teacup on a table on your lot. That the massive amounts of data saved could only happen if all teacups everywhere would be hidden, which one player could not decide. If only the one teacup on your lot is hidden, that is only to allow people with weak PCs, then it has to still be loaded for those people who have sufficient PC. If a larger item, it's like fucking LODs, LODs, LODs. And then from there, fucking make the game look like Minecraft for some people with the extremely, I'm trying to run this on a 286 mode.
286 with 640K RAM.
Yeah. because I don't think your teacup example is totally true, or having interior coaling wouldn't have a significant effect. Levels of detail, people. I should not be able to go into the game and look and see all the little different shit on windmills that are way the fuck in the distance, or sit there and pan around and count like fucking bricks on something that I can't see.
You mean like
Unless those bricks are
the
massive.
details on those windmills way behind us, where you can see,
Yes.
yeah, all that stuff,
Yes.
or the textures of
Yes.
terrain on the mountains back there behind us that
Yes.
is actually just
It's all a
background.
curtain, but
It's all a curtain
yeah.
because well, and why do we have windmills spinning on a curtain? By the way, that's another question. But yeah,
I don't know. But or if you turn around and you look at the fucking the castle with keeps Lord of the Manor one, where it's like you can see all the different bricks.
yeah,
And it's like LODs, man. That should just be like a fucking wall with a few bricks, but not as many. Or if you look at the trees in the distance, they shouldn't be rendering all the leaves and everything else.
they shouldn't be swaying with the breeze out there.
Yeah.
You can see.
So Laz, come over here. Let's get on the wall.
Where you going? Oh, to the big wall.
Through my lot to the wall, because there's stairs right there. We shouldn't be seeing all these leaves all over. It should just be a green mess.
Well, when we're this close, but
I mean,
again,
this close, yes, you should be able to see it, but it's like the ones
like
in the distance.
let me
So,
say, like right over here. Do you see those birds over there?
yes,
Yeah. Why are we seeing the birds off in the distance over there? I don't see them from
it's
this
like
angle now.
well, we all have fucking nice vision, but like the trees that like between so Laz, on my side, on the right hand side, all the trees with the leaves all the way on the to the right of the little parapet thingy.
To the
I
right.
know.
I mean that way.
Right is my side, not your
Yeah.
side.
Yeah, facing the way I'm facing now, all the way down there.
No, I was referring to the ones that were. It's like all those birds in the distance.
Yeah, I saw them from down in the lot, but again, I'm also on fastest setting too, so I may be telling all that stuff.
Yeah,
For some reason why I can see them from the lot, but I can't see them from here, which kills me. But yeah, why can I see them from here, but I can't see them from there? Yeah.
see all kinds of random shit
Yeah.
that I shouldn't be able to see. Dun 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 dun. But yes, LODs, man, fix the fucking LODs and performance will improve.
Yeah, see now when I'm sitting down over here, let me see if it'll show up on the screen. And I look up over to those windmills, not our birds, but there's birds over off in, this other guy's lot,
Yeah,
or they're up by, we shouldn't be able to
yeah.
even see those birds up in the background over there. And let alone see them, they're still animated and moving around. So yeah, absolutely. The ones on our
It's
lot, that's one thing, because they're circling right around here on the lot.
yeah.
But
So the LODs are completely fucking wonky, and that causes everything to be rendered. And it's like you're loading all that shit.
anyway,
Yeah.
continuing on.
Yeah. Auto LODs the mesh. Yeah. Yeah, but Jackal's details are, it's like, no, it's fix the fucking LODs. But it could be limited to certain type of no LODs for a specific the player crashed and trying to enter my dungeon. That dungeon has roughly a 3,500 point deco count, of which 3,000 items is from 150 size to 20 planners. 150 size, 20 planners. So in this case, it'd be roughly 650 bits of data to account for in the block deco flags. 150 LODs, LODs, LODs.
It says if I could have blocked the planters from loading, how much would that have helped him? 0.
Zero, because
Yeah,
he's going to be running into shit all the time.
yeah, because your dungeon size alone and the placement of the dungeon in itself is more than enough to kill a machine like that. Forget your planters.
Yeah.
I have roughly
It's
20 animated pets in the dungeon. Well, that's your problem. Not his problem.
Yeah.
Anyway, now let's jump over to Devil Cult after that because
Okay. Devil Cult says all items have to be loaded. Some are interactive and need to be synced for X reasons. So just loading it for those with permissions, but not others, create a bunch of problems. There are many reasons to not do this, collisions, etc. Loading items depends on the player specs, so it shouldn't crash client, but just take longer. If you give me the coordinates of your dungeons, I can go take a look and see if anything can be done to reduce some problems when loading it. Fix the LODs.
well, yeah.
Fix what's loaded and when.
Read the next comment, and then we'll know that the PC that this guy's using is pretty crappy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the player crashed after loading for about 20 minutes. Eventually, they did
20
get in the
minutes.
scene, but I was offline by that point. I don't want to take up your time optimizing my specific dungeon. You have other things to work on. Is your dungeon overcrowded, or is the PC of that player not even fulfilling the minimum requirements? I mean, my PC is slow, but even in the most over-decoed large town, I never had loading lag of 20 minutes.
Yeah, and that's it's going to get a +1 from me there, Conjurer.
Yeah.
Asking the right exact question. Your buddy's PC is a piece of crap, most likely, and you're trying to come up with reasons why your buddy's old ancient PC should work for the latest and greatest in video technology, which
Wait, you're going to call anything with Shroud latest and greatest
which this is really not.
technology?
Yeah, which this is really
Yeah,
not. But
this is not the latest and greatest anything.
well, it's Unity, so any other game made in Unity, he's probably having problems with as well.
Probably not. I mean, there's all kinds of things, but it's like, yeah. Oops, Lomir actually showed up to the set, and I just sent him mail. Jeez.
Why'd you just send him mail?
Lomir. Well, because it is time for us to get out of here almost. And I went ahead and pulled both my streamer bundles because
I mean, that's not actually the case half the time, believe it or not. I buy a lot of PCs at a Goodwill stores, and believe it or not, they're usually some pretty decent machines because these old folks have good disposable income. And when they die, their kids don't know any better. They just sell off their shit and donate it to Goodwill. And a lot of times you can get some pretty damn decent machines out of a Goodwill, but that's beside the point. And again, I used to have a buddy down in Fort Myers when I was down there. He had the magic pen. If I didn't like the price on it, I'd say, dude, do something for me with this. And he'd cross out the price and knock it down by half price for me. Anyway, yeah, it's time for us to pull the final giveaways for the day before we get out of here. Remember, tomorrow is our last day. Maybe we'll have some patch notes early, maybe not.
Maybe.
I haven't seen any of them. We got Selenia Soda and Bridge Troll as our winners of our streamer bundles.
I mean, we're still on 1473 over on the Q8 server patch notes thread.
Yeah. Much of their Unity problems are problems other developers manage to not have. Yes, absolutely.
Yes, many of their Unity, because they wouldn't load like individual shaders for every single fucking thing.
Yeah. And then we're going to
And
close out.
they would do things like optimize their code and refactor it and LODs and do other things. And the QA client is now up to build number 1484.
And Applesauce Pants is the winner of our Steam Key giveaway. You're going to get yourself a copy of Agatha Christie, Hercule Poirot, the first cases. Going out to
Perot.
Applesauce Pants.
That's probably Perot.
Perot, whatever. I never said I can make pronunciations perfect, but thank you. Start a petition for Shroud to get the full 100K version of Unity they said they wouldn't pay for. Yeah. But we're still waiting for them to upgrade to the latest version, latest long-term release of Unity, which, of course, will be outdated by the time they actually get it in, because the long-term release is going to be outdated here in a couple months. If they can get it in sometime this year, which they've been working for, what, a year and a half to get this updated there, Jack? But anyway, been working on it long enough. But we got to get out of here. We'll be back with more tomorrow right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack. Oh,
And
shit, I forgot my giveaway for the Steam key.
Yeah,
That's
and
one
we
of
are
Manelkoff.
NBNN. And what's he getting?
Manelkoff, you're getting it. He's getting a copy of Golf Gang. Congrats. But it's
There you
time
go.
for us to get out of here.
Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye. There we go.
You know, I think they watch these videos and they say, well, you get what you pay for. What'd you think? We were going to be a AAA game? Fuck yourselves.
I love this shit.